And we are live, my people. Then we are live. Oh, USA versus Netherlands in the place. Round of 16, first match. Woo! And Pulisic starts for the USA. Let's see what goes on. Will USA go through to the quarterfinals? We shall see. If they do, Pulisic will definitely be involved. But the Netherlands do have a strong team and most likely look like the favourites in the match. So, I'll be real. It's going to be an interesting game. Knockout rounds. Cody Gakpo, he's been the most informed player for the Netherlands as well. 3 goals in the 3 games. Right. Let's see what goes on. But yeah. Today is going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. Yeah, man. USA Netherlands. Will it end in the 90 minutes? Or will it end at penalties? Where will it end? Will there be extra time today? Will there be extra time today? We shall wait and see. But good luck to the US. Hopefully Pulisic can advance to the next round. Or if not, at least he can get some goals or assists or something today. Hopefully. Well, the referee from Brazil. Here we go. Has to wait for the countdown. The man from FIFA has his arm raised. It's the knockout rounds of the World Cup. And it starts now. To the knockout stages as the Netherlands kick off, all in orange, of course, from left to right against the United States in all white. And the first touch for the goalkeeper, Andries Noppert. The first throw in of the game will go to the United States to be taken by the Dutch-born Serginho Dest. Used to play for Ajax under Erik ten Hag. Back in the side, Walker Zimmerman with the crossfield ball. Daily Blitt doing the defending for the Dutch. Zimmerman. Dest away from Blitt. He's done well. Shall see what's going to happen today. The match has started, my people. The match has started. Robinson on this left-hand side, we know a little bit about, of course, from Fulham. Here he is, the number 5 with the cushion header. Straight back to Anthony Robinson. Pulisic got a little touch on that. Weston McKennie here for the United States. And some neat little dink. Durian Timber with the clearance. It's interesting early on, Steve, how they're getting lots of possession here, USA. Already very early in this match. Appreciate the view, man. Push back, make sure to hit up the poll or like the video or leave a comment. Who is going to win, USA or Netherlands? We shall see. Away to Dest, almost nicked away from him by Blitt. Yunus Musa getting forward. The challenge was a firm one, no foul though. It's going to be a good battle between Musa and De Jong because De Jong is in there pulling the strings, but at the moment he's been forced backwards. Serginho Dest managed to squeeze that cross in. It was cleared away and Klassen is sniffing around. Oh my days! That's no offside. Oh my days, Pulisic could have scored already. Oh my days. Oh my days, Pulisic should have scored. They're telling me 2.2 meters. But he stretched his arms out, but he stretched his leg out there and did it. That was a great save from him there. Denzel Dumfries is down here after he flew into the challenge. Referee is going to go across, but here is this lovely ball into Pulisic. I think he's onside. Blitt on the far side is playing him on. Yeah, when he comes back into it, but he hits it first time with his left foot, and the keeper gets down with his left boot there. Puts it round. Just goes into that position, doesn't he, Pulisic? did that in the last game. I don't think that you've had the ball in the US half yet. Dest is chasing this with great enthusiasm. Van Dijk is happy to let the sea roll behind.
Appreciate the views, my people. Then appreciate it.
It's his third time in the job.
Make sure to hit up the poll and that. Who do you think's going to win the game? Netherlands or USA? Imagine Pulisic should have scored. Should have scored. Oh my days.
They've been very bright in the opening. Nearly 4 minutes. The United States. Pulisic here, weaving away through. Where was where they've been support? Frankie De Jong has it.
Man.
De Jong forward to Memphis Depay.
Boy, the US are looking like they're on their job still.
Keep his run going. That's what they do. USA press. Steve really high from set pieces. Very good at this. Comes from that engine room, of course, that midfield three, but everybody prepared to work hard as a team. Denzel Dumfries. Greg Berhalter will be very pleased with the opening of this game. Okay. Flynn. Adams with the big ball into Jesus Ferreira. Timothy Weah here, scorer of the United States goal against Wales. Yunus Musa. Weah's run offside. Blocked into the path. Weah as it flicked off Ake. Dest here.
These man, boy.
Good start for the last remaining side from CONCACAF. Mexico and Canada have gone, of course. That's Costa Rica. Through the group stage, relatively untroubled.
Relatively untroubled.
Dumfries taking age there, David. He didn't have anybody to throw it to. That's why, because they're so good, actually. USA picking up everybody from throw-ins, really doing their homework here. As you said, there's a lot of criticism in Holland and the Netherlands about the way that they play, the way they're structured with that back three. At the moment, they're having to concede possession. Dest. Pulisic, nicely controlled. Robinson with the overlapping run. Pulisic's corners testing Dumfries to corner kick.
Hey, the US are taking it to these men still.
Dumfries from Anthony Robinson, who is very swift. Robinson will keep doing this, but it's an outstanding challenge. Needed to be right. Pulisic has been heavily involved in the first 6.5 minutes of this game, and that bodes well for Greg Berhalter's side. Virgil van Dijk's not happy with something. Pulisic with a corner.
Oh, no, got the end of it. Draw it to him.
No harm done.
Unlucky.
It did look in a really bad way after he bundled the ball over the line against Iran. Christian Pulisic, he would have been a huge loss to them. And that is a very big save from Andries Noppert.
That is a big save. No, okay.
He made his debut in the very first game of this World Cup, which was some gamble, and it's paying off. It is. McKennie with this throw, and he's playing it quickly to Pulisic, accelerating in behind Timber. Pulisic with a cross back in with the moving header. Jesus Ferreira is there.
These men are getting pressured,
He's going to
though.
have to go and chase that, but he got there. He needed to. Timothy Weah was coming in at that far post. There's an energy and zip about the US at the moment, which the Dutch are not matching. They're quite happy just to sit in this block. Just let them have it. The central defenders have been finding really good passes diagonally, particularly Reed. Here he goes, the Fulham man, looking for Dest that time, but anticipated by Daily Blind now. Memphis Depay. Daily Clarkson getting forward. Gakpo's in the middle. This is
Boy, oh my days, what is he doing?
Adams wins the second ball. Comes on its way by Pulisic. McKennie. Good play by Glenn to start that for the Dutch to anticipate the pass into Dest and take it off. I think they've been very patient, the Netherlands, just waiting for their moment to press and to pounce and to try to set traps here for the USA. During Timber back to Noppet. To Young. You'd like to see more from De Jong in this Dutch side, Martin, definitely. I think he's an outstanding player. The thing he has, I know he can pass the ball, he's got real pace. So both sides of the game, he's outstanding. They just need to give it him much more than they currently are.
So the Dutch are now getting more of the ball. Good play from them still.
He's trying to time his own stay outside, and he has.
They found Memphis Depay has already scored. Majesty moves.
For Memphis Depay. This is one of the best goals you'll see in football, really, in this World Cup. Beautifully incisive passing. It's just put back here to Depay coming onto it. It's a beautiful finish. I mean, he's just touched with his textbook. You'd think it was on the training ground. Wonderful the way they just cut through this USA team and pressed really well. Quality passing. And it's in the back of the net. And he continues an incredible scoring run for his country. Came into this game having scored 21 times in his last 24 appearances for the Netherlands. Make that 22 in 24 in 10 minutes. He talked to me about quality and class. He was there in abundance for that goal. The first from open play conceded by the USA.
Boy, that was conceded,
Interesting
man.
to count that, actually. I think there were maybe 10 or 12 passes that built up to that goal. Wonderful. Didn't qualify for 2018, of course, the Netherlands. Memphis Depay scored a couple of goals in World Cup football, but he's added to it with that lovely finish. Just passed into the goal, wasn't it? Almost like all the passes, the movement, just wonderful to see that. Going through all the compartments of the team. Top team goal.
It was too.
Well, they've allowed the USA to have possession, a lot of it in their half of the field. But then, when the chance came, they were absolutely precise, incisive, and a devastating finish. And that's the concern for the USA as well. We've got a similar situation here. It's a bit of a slow build-up. Just quite happy to see in this position, middle of the pitch. Adams forward ball into Pulisic. Pulisic with the cross. Just flicked off that right heel. It'll be collected by Timothy Weah. Here's De Jong with Dest, and De Jong is running. And he's just
Oh, damn.
Just didn't quite take it into stride. Depay. De Jong. It's fascinating though, isn't it? Because every time USA have an attack and they lose it, then they're open to the counter-attack from the Netherlands.
That's why it's so long.
The winners of this game will play the winners of the later game today. Argentina or Australia in the quarterfinal. Dumfries. That's what happens. You'll see that Bergkamp goal a few times, the 1998 goal. What a goal that was. It's early days, so don't count this side out yet.
Appreciate the views and that.
Huge depths of spirit. Tyler Adams down here. Yeah, I think there's an arm here in the face. Dumfries. Moves it around the corner, but it's picked off by De Roon. Ream. Heavy touch by Dest. Just the time was there, kept in play by Daily Blind for the Netherlands. Now Ake. Just happy on this. The two central defenders have it. As soon as it goes wide, then they go and engage. But during Timber, the Ajax defender. There is unquestionably a lack of pace in the United States central defensive areas. Well, we've been saying that all the way through this competition. It hasn't really affected them too much. I think actually look very, very lively at the top of their team, USA. It's a bit of a risky game for Holland because they're not trying to engage too high. They're picking when they go in and press. They're getting in occasionally, USA. Robinson. Zimmerman. Ream. Robinson beautifully done away from Martin De Roon. Anthony Robinson here. Will he go alone? He looks for
What is he doing?
players on his right hand side.
Why would you take so long to make a decision like that?
Broke through it beautifully. Jesus Ferreira's barely touched the ball yet, actually, for the States. Here's De Roon finding Timber. Virgil van Dijk. They're going to play their tempo, the Dutch. They are, and you've got Clarkson, who plays right at the top of that midfield. Two sitters. And then you've got the two on the top of the pitch. Ream's there. Heavy touch, Clarkson was there. Depay celebrating, accelerating. He's found Daily Blind. It's a chance.
That's poor from Daily Blind, though.
But it's certainly a chance. I think he's got used to seeing Gakpo pull the trigger in those sorts of positions. He ran with it, just fed it. Wasn't the best of finishes, shall we say, from Blind. We're not even going to show a replay of it. Was that bad? If you'd rather show a Mexican waves and a shot at goal, then it must be bad. McKennie. Dest trying to use his pace to get away from Blind. That could be a route for success for the USA, but not that is there. They're very comfortable take. There weren't really any white shirts in there. No. It's a little bit rope-a-dope, isn't it, from the Dutch?
It certainly is. It's a gamble at times because the USA have got good pace. Pulisic had a chance. They flashed it across that goal a few times.
I think she's just unable to get away from Anthony Robinson, whose touch on that was an important one. Adams, who's had such a good tournament. Zimmerman. Robinson. McKennie. Robinson.
That's poor.
He is swift, and if Anthony Robinson thinks he can't reach it, then it probably can't be reached.
No, but they're getting out on this left-hand side occasionally, USA. Just thought that went into Musa and he can actually turn because the central defenders just want to pass it to somebody in midfield. They don't want to go long. They risk losing it.
Unbeaten in 18 games, the Netherlands, since Louis van Gaal took over at the end of the European Championship campaign. Taking over, of course, from Frank de Boer. The United States, in contrast, have won only one of their last 11 games outside their own borders. That's come off the head of Timber. Ake dealt with it, and there was an offside flag up anyway. It feels like it's going the way Van Gaal wants it to go. How does Berhalter change the rhythm?
Well, I think he's just got to try and hope that they can get through, build an attack. The problem for USA is scoring goals. They don't really have a recognised goal scorer. They're in again.
And that's a cross goal from Depay. Trying to dive that in. It was always heading well wide. If he'd slightly lost his bearings, the Arsenal goalkeeper.
Appreciate the views and that.
Suspect on that.
Appreciate the votes on the poll. Remember to like the video as well. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel.
Technical area is about the size of Luxembourg, but he does keep wandering out of it.
He's bigger than the penalty box.
Dest. Ferreira. McKennie.
We're on course to hit 200 subscribers before the end of the World Cup. We must go 189 subscribers. Thank you to everyone who's a subscriber. Make sure to hit that subscription button in the bottom right hand corner as well. Don't forget.
Covered by Zimmerman, deflecting off Kemper. McKennie. Musa. Robinson. McKennie. Almost halfway through this first period, really the Netherlands have had one attack worthy of the name, from which they scored, I suppose the blind chance as well, but they've been very content to contain and pick their moment. But when they picked it, it was the right moment.
I think the emphasis is on the USA to try and break it through. You really do need that pass into midfield. Breaking down too often though.
Van Dijk with the clearance. Adams was competing for it with Cody Gakpo.
So that situation there, if you don't move the ball forward quickly, you can only go backwards. Ream has to move the ball much quicker.
I'm not sure the tempo of this game suits them at all, but it's down to them to change it. McKennie. Well cut out by Ake.
Oh my god.
Given away by Klaassen.
That man didn't even look like that.
Pulisic, the man most likely. Is
If
Dest.
USA scored today, he would be a goal, but it's a goal or an assist. One of the two.
Timothy Weah, Tyler Adams. Give it to Blip, well brought down by Depay.
That man's going to give away the ball now.
Gakpo getting forward, no one else in a massive hurry to charge downfield for the Dutch.
That's the problem for the USA. They're just setting these traps, and everybody's going virtually man for man. They're just leaving the two central defenders to have the ball. They haven't got a pass on.
Julian Timber. Martin Giroud, Davy Klaassen. I think the USA almost suits. They feel happier when they haven't got the ball. They can press and win it back, but I'm certainly not allowing them to do that tonight. Well, this afternoon was easy in the UK. Yeah, Gold Cup champions last year. The United States also won the CONCACAF version of the Nations League. Eventually into the game with a picked on both.
He's not showing any real kind of conviction as he reaped the possession there. Okay, it's coming straight back to them. I think maybe he needs to travel with it. That's the spare player in there.
They've got so much dynamism and energy in their midfield, the United States. They wouldn't really see them display yet. It's been a bit of activity down the flanks with Dest and Robinson. But it's a quad line for them down the middle.
I think they're frightened of losing it. They're playing with fear.
Well, because they've seen what the Dutch can do if they do. I guess 2-6 finds Adams. Yunus Musa.
Oh my days.
It's close.
Keep me moving, shaking the place.
Forward by Tibri to the United States. Now to Timothy Weah. Okay, very close to it. Serginho Dest. By De Jong back to Desto. Jerome comes to help out. Okay, is given it to Adams. Weah back into the captain. Robinson.
Oh.
He was in front of Jesus Ferreira, but that looked very unpromising for Weston McKennie. De Jong, one pass will get just a bit away. Fries is charging forward, he's already there. Watkins in.
Corner to Netherlands.
Just want to invite the USA on.
Appreciate the views, everyone.
Is their best joy right now.
And the votes in the poll. I said Gakpo takes scores.
It's working. It's Cody Gakpo with the corner kick. Might have got the last touch on that, though. Ake was also there.
And another corner.
Defenders. It's going to be another corner to the Netherlands.
It's got to be the time of Van Dijk, the size of him in there.
Referee's in, David Claessen's here for the moment. Slow hand cut. Capto with this corner kick to the Dutch, leading by a goal to nil. Careful delivery, headed firmly away by Zimmerman, connected by De Jong. A bit back around to Dumfries. Difficult one to tame that.
This is not a good assist. Brilliant goal, wasn't it? Best bit of quality you've seen
It was a good goal
this
scored.
match by far.
That goal coming in the 10th minute.
You think that would have whetted their appetite to really go at this USA team, but one bit of it, I think it's been managed, isn't it, by the manager. He's saying, well, you're going to play the way I want you to play with that football. That's what we're talking about. He can really play that.
To David Claessen. Dumfries. Tim Reed.
I gave the ball away.
To play in the middle. He's playing not expecting this. Getting really well.
I'm trying to do the same thing twice, you know.
Claessen. Robinson. Ferreira.
That's a foul.
Three thinks it is. Free kick to the United States. Jesus Ferreira.
Definitely a foul.
Just fell. His dad actually played for Colombia at the international level.
We keep going back, Steve, don't we? This mid-pitch block that the Netherlands have, very effective. Look, just it's almost like nerving for these USA players. They're just giving the ball away cheaply. I spoke to a Dutch journalist before the game who said it's doesn't make for a great spectacle, but we are playing winning football.
Yeah, well, it was the Dutch journalist who in yesterday's press conference confronted Louis van Gaal, saying, well, the style of play is boring. And Van Gaal said, go home. And then he said, well, no, I've got to stay for the final. And Van Gaal said, I'll see you there.
Do you think he's right? What you've seen so far?
Well, there's a lot of water to go under the bridge before then.
Certainly got good quality on the pitch.
Three-time World Cup final losers, the Netherlands, and there is an extraordinary statistic about the Dutch that they've not lost any World Cup game by more than one goal since the final of the World Cup in 1978 when they lost to Argentina in Buenos Aires. Mario Kempes and all that.
Incredible.
They don't look like losing this one by more than one goal because I'm not sure where a United States goal is coming from at the moment. Des looking for McKennie. Has just kept that in play. Where Adams. At the moment, the Dutch are a puzzle. The United States cannot work out.
Exactly, and they're so used to everybody going in against them and competing, and the Dutch team just sitting off, keeping their shape. USA seem really on the we love this high action, high energy game, the USA, and it's not there tonight.
Just cannot muster it at all. And you would have to say, perhaps Martin, that is a tactical success for Van Gaal.
Well, so far it is.
The winners of this will play the winners of tonight's game, and you can see that live on BBC One, 6:20 this evening. Argentina against Australia, perhaps the most surprising of the round of 16 qualifiers. And then tomorrow at 2:30, also on BBC One, is France taking on Poland. Dest McKennie.
USA as well, they seem almost obsessed with going through the middle. I think they need to go down the sides just to see a bit more width here. It's almost at walking pace right now.
It is. Robinson forward, that's a better ball. Ferreira trying to sneak it through. Van Dijk was there. De Jong. Robinson just getting the better of Denzel Dumfries, but he couldn't control it.
The pie was on there for De Jong. Turned his back on that pass.
And they're so conscious of the pace of and threat of Gakpo and Depay and the ability of De Jong to find them, and David Klaassen as well in that area behind those front two. But at the moment, the United States, it's almost like they're confronted by, they can hear something scurrying about in a cupboard, but you know you're going to have to deal with it, but you don't really want to open the door because you're a bit scared of what there is in there and unleashing it.
It's an interesting analogy. I'm just wondering what's lurking in your cupboards, in your house at home.
I've got a couple of cats, so they bring things in.
You're right though, they're playing with fear. It's something worse when you're a player, top player. You've just got to take the handbrake off and handcuffs. It just seems perplexed when they get the ball. It's almost like walking in football chess.
Here's Ake. Van Dijk. Wilson with a little touch. Ferreira. Adams. Robinson.
Did much happier, don't they? Winning that ball back off of Holland there. The manner that they did, but then they just never attack quick enough.
It slows down every time it goes into the back two. It slows down. Here's Adams forward, headed away by Julian Timber, and there was an offside flag. It's a free kick to the Dutch.
It's as if Netherlands are just toying with their opponent.
I think they're also aware of just exactly where the United States threat lies. And they think they know how to nullify it, and so far they're being proved absolutely right. McKennie. Ferreira. Musa. Robinson moving to his left. Musa driving on. Finding Christian Pulisic. Anthony Robinson with a flip ball, desperate attack it, but with the header. Weston McKennie off after him. It's a slightly heavy touch. De Jong came out to try and nick it away. Ream to Zimmerman. Adams.
See, sometimes the football, you can just tell when you feel like, oh, someone's going to score. I mean, even though they just had to go into the box, I didn't even feel like they were going to get anything. USA. It's a mad move, man. These men need to up their tempo. Oh, what a poor touch, man.
Ferreira. Musa has it back though. Robinson. Now there's a bit of room. Pulisic. Is in the middle.
Can you get something out of this?
To the penalty area. Dest at the back post. Just settled for a throw in. This is blocked by Julian Timber.
McKennie was there. the edge of the box looking for that ball, just couldn't find him. There are spaces though, if USA want to go for them, they want to be more positive with their passing.
Robinson. Adams. Walker Zimmerman, who is appropriately named, certainly in the first 38 minutes of this game.
Well, they're all going round to man in that midfield, and there isn't really a pass on, so that you're ending up with the two USA defenders in possession and being forced back time and time again to the goalkeeper.
Test into Zimmerman, and long toward Musa, who's beaten in the air, but picked up by Tyler Adams. Test, Ferreira. United States strength lies in their midfield, doesn't it, McKennie?
The Weah, I'm looking at Weah sitting out there. He needs to come in off the line because he's not actually offering anything.
It's a foul on Pulisic by Julian Timber.
Now, boy, Pulisic getting fouled for him.
They take the free kick backwards into Zimmerman, who finds Robinson. Green, Robinson. Zimmerman, okay, we'll deal with that. Geon.
Can these guys get something? Are you gonna do something? Are you gonna do something? Pulisic? Oh, it's poor. That's poor, man. That's poor. That's poor, man. That is poor.
He's got real pace, and they need to get him into this game. With a heavy touch from Pulisic.
Jerome with the head. Serginho Dest. Timothy Weah. Blocked by Ake. It's Dest. Weah will run offside. Dest is going to find out some other route to go.
He's done right there, Dest, though, and he keeps trying to get forward. He's got good energy.
Dest with the cross, Jerome with the clearance. Weah again. Three in the middle. One up, another from there, though. Classic
That was a good shot from Timothy Weah. Big him up.
He's struck with real conviction. Maybe the only player we see do something here for USA with real confidence.
Dest has lifted the US support line. Adams for Green for Zimmerman. The rear presence of Memphis Depay forced the error. Well hit.
Very good strike, wasn't it? True. Keeper gets around that smartly. Expect him to save this, of course.
As you said, Martin, not in goal. His very first cap for his country. He's only 12 days years ago. And here he is, heading possibly to a World Cup quarter-final. Seems to be paying off. He's a massive lad.
Well, he's only played off him as well, I read, Steve. 37 first-class games. He's 28 years of age.
Prior to this season, yeah. Wow. Caravane, where he's played 14 games this season, but it's the first time in his career that he's really been first choice.
He's maturing lately, isn't he? Very late in his career. Another 12 years of it, though. Van der Sar played, I think, was he 40 odd?
Yeah, he's 30 now. Where? Dest. Good change of pace. Serginho Dest. Flicked off Van Dijk. Klassen for Depay. He's found Daily Blind with a clever little flick.
Oh god.
Really wanted his goalkeeper turned into Cavani.
Oh god. Could have been long.
The story of the game so far. So attacking and sending counter-attack. That's the best bet for Dest is to run with it. Everybody else has picked up, and a couple of times now he's run with it. He's getting some joy.
McKennie for Adams. Adams for Ferreira. He's very happy to drop deep into that midfield area. McKennie.
How much minutes will there be for added time?
Stretch by a missed pass from Ream. We're going to have only 1 minute of added time.
1 minute of added time. So,
Let's find Denzel Dumfries here. Gakpo's heading for the goal mouth. Memphis Depay is there. And in the end, it's going to be a throw off to Ream.
Some sort of record 1 minute of extra time.
Yeah.
oh, so you've seen it before.
Klassen. Dumfries. Dangerous blitz.
2-0 USA going home, man.
Seconds before the break. The United States hearts are broken. Daily Blind with the finish. This Dan Danny is the assistant manager amongst others celebrating the goal. What a lovely moment for the family. What a great moment for the Dutch. They lead the United States by 2 goals to 0. And it's one a long way back now for them.
It is. It's this right-hand side again. Dumfries just pulls the ball back to the edge of the box.
Dumfries, man.
Just
Should
comes
put
onto
you
it
in my
again.
team.
It's almost a carbon copy finish of the first goal. They seem to put their opponents to sleep and then suddenly wake up and themselves and punish you. They're off his weaker foot. He comes onto it. Just sleeps.
2-0. Well, it's looking long still.
For his country. Only the third time he's found the back of the net. One of the other two was in the third place playoff in 2014. The Dutch are in charge at the Khalifa. They lead at half-time by 2 goals to 0.
Well, it's peak for USA. It's peak for the USA. Boy, unlucky.
It's looking like a bit of a masterclass at the moment.
The Dutch are doing their thing. Ooh, it's peak. Peak. Where's the remote, bro?
He puts that one in, maybe goes in a different direction. But
The reaction so far, boy. Netherlands look like they wrapped up the game. I don't necessarily see USA scoring 2 or more goals. So unfortunate. They've had a good run so far. Maybe Pulisic can score. He should have already scored if I'm honest. But yeah, in the Netherlands, they're doing up their team still. Have to big them up. Have to still. Denzel Dumfries got both assists. He assisted Depay and Bailey Blind. So it's a mad move. Mad move. We'll leave your thoughts and opinions or any questions in the comments.
So they are in control of the tempo and what they want to do.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, USA, we come here and I think after the way they've been played with high energy, you think they're gonna make it that sort of game, but it wasn't meant to be. I think USA have been very naive. Naive is the word I'll probably use. Trying to press too high, leaving gaps behind, and I've been disappointed.
2 shots on goal, 2 goals for the Netherlands, and Memphis Depay's. Well, it was total football, wasn't it?
It was beautiful, and I know I'm sitting here in an orange dress. I didn't mean for that today.
Yeah.
I was neutral coming into this, but this is the sort of football that we come to expect with a team like this. We've not seen a lot from them in this tournament, but this is them taking control, passing around, waiting for the opportunity and moments of when to penetrate and really hurt the USA, Micah.
Yeah, I mean, it's brilliant. So the way that they've sucked them in, they've almost said to them, like, okay, you're going to press high. We know we have the quality to hurt you. And it's just about picking the right moments at the right time. And when we get in these forward areas, have we got the composure to finish it off? 21 part is just brilliant. But from a defensive point of view, we've even picked them up before the game, Musa, Adams and McKennie. But they're just, again, naive in trying to press. They're out of position. And then they can't quite, they're running backwards instead of already being in these positions. And you see Memphis Depay here. He's run away from Adams. We've been talking about how good they have been in reading situations, but it's just that split second, the switch off, and the Dutch have really hurt.
He's such a prolific goal scorer for them. That's his 43rd, puts him second behind Robin van Persie on 50 Memphis Depay. He's having a very good World Cup, isn't he? And then, just before half-time, we're discussing kind of what we're going to be talking about now. And I'm saying, well, it's only 1-0, so you have a tactical change in the second half. Oh, there you go. There's the reaction from the Orange Army out there in Eindhoven. And that's where they are, because they don't seem to be here, do they, I have to say.
It's very flat, isn't it?
It's a strange atmosphere, isn't it, in the stadium today? I think we're more excited than them out there at the moment. But the goal, the second goal, the kind of sucker punch, isn't it? Because you go in thinking, I'm sure, the coach Beerhelter's thinking, right, this is what we're, right, okay, now the game is, we really have to go at this, because 2-0 changes things dramatically.
2-0 changes it. That makes it very, very difficult for the US team now to get back into this game. But I mean, it's very similar, the second goal, to the first one. Even the first one obviously had an amazing amount of passing sequences, but even here, they just are fast in their thinking. Their thought process is faster than the US players. They read it faster. Their instinct, where the ball will drop now. But Bailey Flynn comes from the back. The US defensive part is just ball watching.
You just been looking at the toes. This is round of 16. All the energy they've showed us in the previous games. It's just one ball across. And no one, you look at everyone's body positions, everyone's just stood still.
Yeah, but there comes a bit of inexperience into this whole thing. I mean, especially the first goal, where I would say, if you have your opponent.
It's half time, people. Hold on, eyes get some.
Yeah, a tactical foul or something, make sure now you're not running after the ball. They begin to blow up the Dutch passing sequences, and they conceded their first goal. And it's because it's a very young team.
Let's talk in a bit more detail then about these Louis van Gaal tactics, because the first few minutes we did see the energy, didn't we, from the US, and they weren't bothered, the Dutch. Yeah, you can do this. Then how do they stop them playing with that energy?
Basically, in this area, what they're trying to do is nullify in the centre of the pitch. We all spoke before the game about the free for America in midfield and them dictating the game, but they've not been allowed. They're allowed to get the ball wide, the team up snaps, and when they're playing, it's actually not a 3 at the back, it's a 5 at the back. And these wide positions is where they're trying to get, but they're getting no joy out.
But as you can see from the picture here, what the Netherlands are doing so well is they're blocking off. So it's like, okay, try and open us up. But what we're doing is we've worked so well on our shape, and we're blocking off any passing lines to get to those key players and setting traps. And like I said, it's every single player, as you can see in orange right there, knowing their job and executing it.
It's about timing. You know what I mean? It's about, well, okay, we know they've got high energy. We'll drop off a little bit and pick the timing when to go. And that's what Netherlands have done way better than the USA.
Totally kind of strangling the supply line as well to Pulisic, who did in the opening exchanges. He had a really good chance. We thought it was offside first of all, Jurgen, and then obviously the line didn't flag, and then on second viewing,
Maybe he was not aware. Maybe he thought, oh, maybe I'm off. So he wasn't clear in his mind or in his mind. Obviously, if he put that one in, it's a completely different game. But unfortunately, he didn't. And the Dutch, they know, it's 70-80% of the US danger is Christian Pulisic.
Mm-hmm.
They know that. They have all their focus on Christian Pulisic. And some except, they're closing down all the passing lines into Christian. And but he knows it's all on my shoulder, to make the difference here, because he is the difference maker for this US team, the young US team going forward, meaning scoring goals or creating goals. It's too easy for
a chance for Weah as well, Alex.
And I think this sums up the USA. If they just had that striker of another level, then they'd be a different team. It's like that's where they struggle to break down. And as you said, everything then has to come from Pulisic. But they are struggling. They need to come up with a new plan to either they've been going down that left a lot outside trying to use him, but they need to come up with a plan just now.
Okay. Well, if you're wondering what to do now that there are only 2 matches on every day, check out all of this on BBC iPlayer.
Ready?
I love this suit. It used to be a crime reporter in Japan. Why?
Can I ask you about dating? I'm all out of ideas, really, if I'm honest. All new to watch now on BBC iPlayer.
There are forces out there that you can't begin to understand. All that matters is the child. I'm gathering the greatest from every world to help you wage my war. Just when I thought you couldn't blow my mind enough times.
I can feel death in that.
What if you don't come back?
And you'll have died on something important.
The final series starts Sunday, the 18th of December on BBC One and iPlayer.
Well, in terms of the football, the World Cup continues this evening when Argentina face Australia live on BBC One. And tomorrow afternoon, it's Mbappe against Lewandowski as France take on Poland. Listen to England's last 16 encounter with Senegal live on BBC Sounds. And, of course, we've got highlights for you on both of Sunday's matches at 10:40 on BBC One. Well, speaking of England, fresh from scoring against Wales in their final group game, Phil Foden sat down with Kelly Summers.
Well, Phil, we're here in the knockout stages, but how would you assess your tournament personally so far?
I think it's been a mixed bag, to be honest. Obviously disappointed not to start more games, but it's a part of the tournament. I'm a team player, so just want to keep working hard, and when I get the opportunities, I'm just going to try and take them.
Let's talk about Tuesday night. How do you reflect on that?
Massive high for me. I think it's definitely up there for one of the best feelings in my career so far. To score in your first start in a World Cup against Wales as well, special moment for me.
What was going through your mind when the ball hit the back of the net?
Honestly, I was thinking that a lot of lads have scored now on the wing, so when's it going to be my chance? So I was just hungry to try and get in the back post as much as I could. And thanks to Harry Kane, what a ball that was from him to find me, and I was just there at the back post ready to tap it in.
Going into Tuesday's game, there was a lot of talk about you. People were desperate to see you start in an England shirt. How aware were you of all of that noise, and what did you make of it?
Yeah, obviously I see a lot of media attention towards me to start. It's hard to get away from that. But me being me, I just have to keep my head down, and when I get the opportunity, try and not to overthink things, just play how I normally play and play my football.
Did the manager talk to you during periods like that? Was he telling you are going to get this opportunity? Was it kind of part of a wider plan for you?
Yeah, he said to all the attackers that we're all going to get our chance, and I think we've all played now. So yeah, we have to be ready. Whoever starts, the bench is just as strong and ready to change the game.
What would you say your best position is?
I don't even know. Everywhere. Yeah, I feel like I'm a 10, whether it's now or in the future, behind the striker, getting on the ball and trying to make things happen. I think now I'm playing more out wide, and I can do that job as well, but at the same time I do like playing wide because you score more goals and getting the box a lot more.
There's been so much said about having a brilliant squad mentality here at England, but when the competition is that fierce, how does it affect things?
I don't think it affects us the way people think. You know, we still talk to each other, be each other's friend, and when we got on the training pitch, obviously we all want to start, but it's not possible. To win a World Cup, I feel like you're always going to need the squad, not just the individual players. You're going to need people off the bench to change the game. So I think everyone understands that, and everyone's just ready for it.
It's win or go home. How does the mentality change when you get into the knockouts?
I don't think the mentality changes. I feel like obviously people notice a little bit more added pressure to do better because you can't afford to make mistakes or start a game badly now because you're going to be sent home. So I think there's a little bit more added pressure, but the lads have all played in the biggest stages and the biggest games, so I think everyone's going to be ready for that.
I also wanted to ask you about your hair, because at the Euros you went full Gaza and you dyed it. Any temptation to do it this year or anything similar?
I don't think so, you know. I think at the time at the Euros when I got it done, I didn't realise how much it messes your hair up, so I don't think I'll ever do it again, to be honest, just because it's a pain to get away with when you want to change it back.
And also, I remember you said it sounds quite a lot of upkeep, isn't it?
Definitely, yeah, every couple of days I have to keep getting it done, and it's not a nice feeling.
It's something to fill the spare Would you keep him in with Rashford?
Of course I would keep him out. It's typical. I would play more centrally there. I won't play him out wide. I think sometimes you can open up spaces, get on the ball, create things. I think sometimes on the wide, he's lost at times. I know he got his goal from wide, but I think he offered more to the team in that central run.
And what about defence? Back four, back three?
Oh, that's a tough one. I think he might stay the same. I think the key battles for me, Gabby, will be with the midfield. I think Senegal, they have some selection dilemmas of who they're going to play in there. But I think we win that battle. You allow the front three or whoever plays our attacking players to go and express themselves. So I would say we need to attack their right back. That is a real weakling.
Alex, you with me tomorrow night for those highlights. BBC One, 10:40. The second half here, though, is on its way very shortly.
Welcome to the knockouts. The business end starts here with a meeting of the Netherlands and the United States. Pulisic! And it's ball back in a great area. Memphis Depay sweeps the Netherlands in front.
It just seems reflects when they get the ball. It's much like football chess.
Way out! It's a win 2-0. The United States hearts are broken.
Well, the teams are coming back out onto the pitch here at the Khalifa Stadium. I like all these stadiums here in Qatar. Incredible, stunning pieces of architecture. A few substitutions there, and Martin Keown and Steve Wilson can tell us about those.
Yes, thank you. As you can see, Stephen Bergwijn is on, the former Tottenham man, as is Toko Miners. So they have come on for the Netherlands. Martin de Roon and David Clausen have made way. And we expected a change from the United States, really, and they have made one. There he is, Gio Reyna came on against England in their second group game in Group B in that 0-0 draw. So Reyna is on and Jesus Ferreira has gone off. And the Netherlands lead by 2-0. It's Zimmerman with the forward ball. And it looks at the moment as though Pulisic is going to play a kind of false nine position. Interesting that Harwood decided to make a couple of changes.
Well, he thinks he's right. He wants to maybe shut off shot. Maybe he's going to play very hard with it, so we know what a talented player he is.
It's McKennie with this throw, launched and punched away by Notta, forward by Depay. Bergwijn is chasing away after that, but was never going to get there before Tibri. He scored a hat-trick on his debut for Ajax, having left Tottenham Hotspur. Stephen Bergwijn has 11 goals for them already this season. He couldn't get playing time really at Tottenham. Though he's
in fair, but obviously, I think Gakpo will play off the front, so they've done already in this competition.
Julian Timber. Green check looking he's there. So it's a front three now for the United States of Where. Bring it down to Pulisic on the left. And a front two for the Dutch of Bergwijn and Depay with Gakpo in behind. There is Gakpo with a lovely little back heel. And it's into the path of Bergwijn. Collected by Dumfries. Julian Timber, nicely controlled volley pass to Gakpo, whose header has gone out of play. Only once have the Netherlands lost a World Cup finals match in which they scored first in the knockout stages, and that was the final of 1974. And if they scored here, then the US are over now. Depay sent it to the right with Bergwijn, who wasn't quite the pass he wanted. The little flick from Clint, calmly done with the clearance by Tim Ream into Weston McKennie. Pulisic in the middle. Get across, kick well. Corner kick that. Did do that was important. Don't even realise it. So give it to
That was good still from the kid.
Travelled with it. He's difficult to play against, but he shuts the door.
Christian Pulisic with his corner kick for the United States, who desperately need a goal. It's a decent delivery. McKennie puts it down and it's blocked.
I was so close. USA came so close.
That's McKennie's header. That's comfortable for Nota. Well, that was very nearly the goal that they were looking for. And Tim Ream, on the occasion of his 50th cap, nearly scored it.
Well, the Dutch didn't deal with that at all. As you say, Ream coming onto it, just didn't fall to him.
Depay, lovely feet to show it to Adams and then nick it away from him. Into the path of Gakpo. Dumfries. Miners to Dumfries to Gakpo. To Dumfries. Good ball. Good save by Turner to deny Memphis Depay from point blank range.
That was a very good save.
Super quick reactions from both Depay to get the touch, and then Turner to make the save.
Well, it's Dumfries again on that right-hand side at blistering pace. He just whips the ball in there.
Actually,
No,
would have been an
sure.
own goal.
Goal.
Yeah, does well, the goalkeeper. Good reactions to his left-hand side. Puts it into harm's way, though he's lucky.
So one centre half, Tim Ream, can be close to scoring for the United States, and the other, Walker Zimmerman, can be close to scoring against them. McKennie. To you. That's got the foot in. Ream lets McKennie take it.
Yeah,
Pulisic
they're
is
wrong.
accelerating there. McKennie's looking for where and found him. Pulisic in the middle. That's just forced him wide a little bit. It's Serginho Dest. It's a short call of frustration. It must be a horrible feeling when you hit a shot from the edge of the penalty area and it goes out for a throw in. Looking at you, Martin, I don't know what.
I don't seem to remember ever doing that, Steve. How dare you? No, this is the near and goals it. It's the second goal. Yes, sorry, yes. Without the passes. Both goals very similar.
There they are, down at last.
Why not?
Danny and Daly. Footballing family. Anthony Robinson. Kenny. Pulisic. Pulisic shot is meat and drink. It's not that.
You should let me shots to him, my boy.
You don't really feel he's going to score from there. He's got Reina just in front of him. If you want to give it him.
You're absolutely right about all the statistics with Noppo and how few senior matches he played up until he's 28 now, he's late 20s. But when you look at him, you don't think, how is he playing in the World Cup? You think, how is he not somebody's first choice earlier?
For sure. Don't really know why it's taken him so long to get it.
Appreciate the views, everyone.
Adams with the clearing head collected by Robinson, looking for Musa. Well, Anthony played really well. It's certainly Kennedy now, they might be able to break.
Oh, God. Oh.
It's decent. Reina's kept it in. Musa in the middle, where in the middle, Pulisic. McKennie into the area, wants it.
Is he going to score? No. Gone over.
The kind of tall back from which the Dutch have profited twice.
The USA couldn't quite replicate it much better. Musa in midfield running with the ball, more inspired. And he cuts inside here, Reina. Just gets it out of his feet really quickly, but he can't get it on target. Better though.
Here's Dest. 4 years' time, the World Cup final will be in the United States. They are one of three co-hosts, along with Canada and Mexico, as I'm sure you know. The 48-team World Cup. There are, though, only 3 additional places at that World Cup for European nations.
Sarge.
Half the round of 16 here in Qatar is made up of Europeans. It was 11 in Russia 4 years ago. Bergwijn with the forward ball, well kept out by Robinson. Here's Adams. Robinson.
There's Gakpo there, a little glimpse of his quality and his pace.
Musa.
They're just like a boxer, aren't they, Holland? You know, they're not going to go in and mix it, they're just going to shadow box from distance and then bang, a couple of haymakers, their opponents on the deck.
Clever by Bergwijn. The referee has helped him rebound here by giving a free kick against Stephen Bergwijn. Pulisic's forward ball. Okay, had to really stretch to prevent that from finding its target, who is Timothy Weah. Timber's clearance has gone straight to Robinson. Robinson to Adams. There's definitely been more pace about the game in the second half, and that suits Greg Verhalter's side. They've got to take the game to the Dutch.
Well, they're getting higher up the pitch, that's for sure. It's not being sitting there with the 2 central defenders. They're getting it into midfield. Just there is a little bit sloppy. And very interesting if they can get one back, because they play off emotion, these USA players.
Coat minus. Bergwijn. Green with him. Tone Coat-Miners, who plays for Atalanta in Serie A.
These men are losing
De Jong.
their energy, fam.
Coat-Miners.
Speak for the US still. They're definitely going home.
The priest has been excellent, hasn't he?
Well, very good on that side. And he's playing as a wing back. And in those forward positions, he's really picked out quality passes for both goals. That's what you want with a wing back. You want mostly, I think he's played as a full back, but he still has the quality in the final third. Better shape there for the USA.
You know, this other guy is in the midfield. He gets around and gets the ball a lot. For
Turner
Netherlands.
for Zimmerman. Musa. McKenna thinks about going long and does. And neatly by Robinson. McKenna. Pulisic. He's caught by Virgil van Dijk. That will be a free kick.
He's come all the way out. They're dragging one of those back three out of there, USA. That's what they need to do, and then have someone running behind.
So the Dutch drums that are beating into Pulisic. Standing over the ball. McKennie, Musa, Ware, Reed, Zimmerman. All forward, Reina 2. Pulisic running through his options. Headed in by Van Dijk, touchdown by Tim Ream to Dest. Ware, Adams. Very good header by Van Dijk.
That's two on the trot. So powerful in the air, Van Dijk.
McKennie, Pulisic.
Yes,
Good card here, I think. First yellow card and again, Tone Coat-Miners.
Knows the threat that's there. Pulisic.
A little bit of malice, a forethought in that, maybe. Another free kick. One hour gone. Half an hour to play. Unless. Pulisic with the delivery. It was blocked by Gakpo, cleared away to Bergwijn. Depay with the header. Gakpo's here. He's got four orange shirts chasing forward. Stephen Bergwijn here with Anthony Robinson. He couldn't
Pulisic.
beat Robinson for pace, and he couldn't quite beat Pulisic for the trick. But here's Gakpo. Gakpo. And again. Depay, good save. Stepped in.
That's a decent effort. I thought Gakpo was going to hit one again there. Quite come off from him, and then this one is whipped. Looked like he was always rising over that bar.
Yeah, I think he would have gone in. He might have hit the woodwork, smudged it on the way over, but wasn't in the mood to take any chances with it. And Cody Gakpo is going to take this Dutch corner short. McKennie away. De Jong. Walks and he's had it, lost it, got it. Van Dijk fouled him anyway. Robinson's forward, can't find Musa. He's had an excellent tournament, Yunus Musa, but he's found it hard to get into this game. Hard to influence it.
Just a wily performance from the Dutch, where they've set themselves out. Their tactics coming from their manager.
Quite a manager he is, that's well won. Depay has got it forward and they're in trouble here. Dumfries can't stay on his feet. I don't think he was fouled. Neither does the referee. Pulisic has it. The space here. Timothy Ware. Gains to Ware. Blocked by Van Dijk. Dumfries is still down to the Netherlands. Here's Memphis Depay. Dumfries has got on his feet to try and get out of an offside position. It's McKennie. It's Pulisic.
And you just say, hey, man just came back and just said, hey, yo, where you going?
And that's Julian Timber with the clearance.
Dumfries was certainly flat there. I'm not sure if there was a foul or not, but I thought they would just kick the ball out and play, not a bit of it. The Dutch were on the attack, and suddenly Dumfries is off on his feet and around back.
Zimmer.
So surprised at the Dutch having been keeping position like that.
Musa. Taken out quick. More changes afoot here for the United States. It's going to be at least a double substitution, I think, with Brendan Aronson and Haji Wright coming on. Two very forward-thinking players. They have no option, really. And down on the far side is Robinson, has had the wind taken out of his sails.
I think he's just slowed it down there, Steve, because Robinson, I don't think he expected him, but he's run himself into the ground, to be fair, and I think he might have to come off, so might just change the substitutions here. Let's take a look.
Dumfries appears now to be okay. This was the tangle he had with Robinson. Well, inside the penalty area.
I did say I thought it was clattered. Yeah, would have looked at that. I think he's hurt his hip though in the process.
Yeah. Robinson with this injury, the United States, as you say, Martin, might be just thinking again about the changes they were due to make. Brendan Aronson, another Leeds man, of course, and Haji Wright, centre forward from Antalya Sport, was stripped and ready for action.
Looking peak, Arsenal might be over.
This is a healthy stoppage for Robinson, who is a man that is integral to them with that pace down the left-hand side. It's blow number one, and that's blow number two. Well, Wright and Aronson are definitely coming on, and Robinson is looking like he's going to be okay to play on. which is good news for the United States. So Haji Wright wears 19, Brendan Aronson wears 11. First to make way is Timothy Weah.
Timothy Weah, boy.
His
Lucky, man.
one was an excellent one. Really good finish at the match against Wales, their opening game in Group B. And Weston McKennie is coming off. Juventus man makes way.
I say Weston McKennie.
And the Leeds United man Brendan Aronson.
He's been playing that role, but damn, man.
As he has in all the United States games at this World Cup.
I think Harrison's been a bit unlucky not to have started. He does bring a great deal of energy to their play.
De Jong is out on the edge of his own penalty area, playing a slightly dangerous game. Well cleared by coat miners. Dest. Challenged by Blip. Gakpo. Bergwijn chasing here. Zimmerman.
Interesting putting Gakpo into that midfield, Stevie. He's got an array of talent. Run with the ball. We know he's got a pass in the locker as well. We've just seen there. Very talented.
Yeah, he started the World Cup in that 10th position. Vincent Janssen in the team for the first match against Senegal at Al Thumama. Aronson. Well won by Julian Timber, fouled by Brendan Aronson. Free kick to the Dutch. We're 3/4 of the way through this game. Netherlands 2, United States 0.
Appreciate all the views, everyone. And the votes in the poll.
Still in play. Bergwijn. Gakpo. Now by Reed. Timber. Bergwijn. De Jong. This is looking interesting. Define in the middle. Cut out by Zimmerman. Robinson keeping it away from Dumfries, but at the expense of a throw-in. Back to Andrew Snottert. Reed's header. Adams touch to Young. Aronson just beaten by coat miners. Here's Dumfries. Willingness to run and run time and time again down that right hand side.
So much pace. Really strong down that right hand side.
So on the corner. Stay with us tonight for Argentina taking on Australia 6:20. BBC One, the winners of this game. And then tomorrow, 2:30 on BBC One, it's France against Poland. One of which are possible quarter-final opponents for Gareth Southgate's side. In comes the Dutch corner. And it's looped over the top by Virgil van Dijk. Serginho Dest must be a slightly strange experience for his family, Dutch mum. Gakpo did really well to stay on his feet, really well. That's driven low, pushed out by Turner.
Oh my days, double save.
Absolutely magnificent double save. It's a power kick. On the floor.
Leave them up.
Has kept the United States with some sort of glimmer of hope in this game. beautifully laid up to Gakpo. And Turner's done really well again. Excellent goalkeeping from that Turner.
Was those 3 times let's be lively there.
Offside.
He's offside.
Protested, but he just needs to look along the line there.
Look at this double save from Turner.
It's a really good hit as well.
That would have gone to VAR if it had gone in the back of the net. That Turner made sure it did.
He's up very quickly. Also number 2. That's what the Dutch need to do now. Just keep possession, keep passing it.
Oh, USA completed way more passes than the Netherlands. More than 100 passes. This would go to show, man, if you man just had more clinical attackers, like if you had like another striker, boy, it would have been a problem.
He doesn't stop looking Musa. You look at him and the effort he's putting in here. He's certainly not giving up.
Wright has done well. Picked out Reina. Aronson in the middle. Giovanni Reina here. He's looking for Karl off his left boot. But he was stretching and chasing a little.
What was that, bro? I know you were taking a shoulder.
Defenders all around him.
Boy, oh boy. Yeah, you okay? I'm doing a live video. Yeah.
He's falling over there, Steve. He goes to hit that.
So you okay?
Just standing for the tool.
I made the sock.
Yeah, sure. That's okay.
Run!
I like your shot.
What? Say something supposed to be me.
Oh, he's not here. He's gone out.
Oh.
See you later. Don't. Oh, he's close. So.
So far as there again, does he end up Greece? Straight away. 2 assists to alleviate the danger.
What happened? What's wrong?
Is coming on for the United States. Replacing
Oh my days.
Serginho Dest.
You're buzzing. He's throwing in the towel. My man's throwing in the towel.
Newcastle, who you may remember played in the
He's throwing in the towel. USA fan is mad. How can you take off Serginho Dest?
Pulisic with the corner, headed out by Ake. Depay, quite frankly, third line, Zimmerman, Yedlin, Pulisic, 5 in the middle. Back in the game. Catchy right. Might have got
2-1.
It's 2-1. 15 minutes to play.
Well, Steve, this comes back to Yedlin. This is virtually his first touch. Look at here, he just threads the ball through.
Man, like Pulisic should be assist. I wonder, man. Okay.
It's hard to see if it's come off the defender or White. Nevertheless, it's gone in his feet. That's an incredible finish. Look right off his leg. It's unbelievable. It's a flick of his foot. And it ends up to the back of the goal. It's a miracle goal.
It's either the greatest goal he may ever score or the luckiest goal he may ever score.
Boy,
Take it. It's 2-1. 15 intriguing minutes ahead.
Big up Christian Pulisic, who has been doing me well on my fantasy.
That is precisely what Dr. Berhalter ordered. Reina. Pulisic on factory.
Oh my days. It's not over. It's not over still. Damn.
I wondered if it was going to be another Wayne Hennessy moment there when he didn't get it right and ended up getting a red card.
Doctor was out there, did really well. Totally different game here right now.
It certainly is. Here come the Netherlands. It's Memphis Depay. It's Steven Bergwijn.
Boy, oh boy.
Not sure the angle was ever really there for that attempt at a flick finish.
Well, he's trying to go with his right foot. You see, look, lovely little ball in the channel. Maybe he should be getting out with his left foot, but he also just...
Man like rolling in the place. What are you saying, bro?
Still going anywhere, by the way.
Fam, you see what my boy Pulisic is on this World Cup? He's got 2 assists, 1 goal. Big him up, fam.
Green for Adams. Adams for Robinson. Tyler Adams. Christian Pulisic. Pulisic forward driven and left out right behind him.
So I'm not sure. I should put him with my captain.
But the adrenaline will be flowing now.
He was thinking of the first goal there. Well, why not? Why not just shoot off my left foot?
Big up Pulisic, man.
You were saying at half time, Martin, it was like a touch of the knee at times the United States in the first half. Oh my goodness me, that goal's given him a shot in the arm.
That's what they needed.
Xavi Simons,
Imagine if it goes extra time, bro.
young TSV forward player who will be coming on for an international debut in these circumstances. It's a massive talent.
He is. He's some player. He loves to run on the ball. He'll be looking to grab the headlines, that's for sure.
Say, Roland, who do you think is going to win? Who did you vote for? Oh, come on, man.
Robinson with a deflection on that cross, but behind by Julian Timber. And here he comes as the United States prepare to take this corner. The substitution, I think, is going to be made, which is unusual to defend. The doctor said, hold on. But he is coming on the open, 19 years old. Let's see what comes of this corner. 10 to play. Pulisic with the delivery, not up at a very good take.
He made his debut in this competition, didn't he? So why not?
Well, you've got to hand it to Van Gaal.
Just going for it, isn't it? Let the kids play.
Depay. Yeah, they took it away from him. Clinton. Depay. Yes, they let him. To York.
Denzel Dumfries went off today, boy. 2 assists, 1 goal. Game over. Game over.
And it's the two most effective players in this Dutch team. And just take a look at this ball, the quality of it. From Blitz, he knows where he wants to target. He's heads up bridge with his arm in the air, back post, and he clears it.
Oh, man.
Absolute quality.
Screaming that shit.
What do you
Really
reckon?
hits him on the shin.
Is this Netherlands use?
Yeah, just we said they scored the 4th goal. They're going through.
Okay, you mash up Netherlands.
Huh?
You mash up Netherlands.
No one's beating them so far, no.
Huh? No, who in Netherlands is mashing up?
USA.
USA, yeah, who scored for the Netherlands?
Oh, Denzel Dumfries, Depay, and David Blaine.
Okay. Go on, country.
Yeah, man. Well, these men are doing their thing. It's going to go through, and now after this is Argentina.
Okay.
Overseas, Australia.
Go on. Maybe like the Depay was
Yeah, Depay. Yeah.
He's looking old compared to what they know.
No, he's like.
He don't look
20 years
old,
left, yeah.
but in comparison to like them years of passing, 5-6 years, you can see he's looking older.
Left them to join Paris Saint-Germain, played a handful of games under Mauricio Pochettino for Paris Saint-Germain, left them in the summer for PSV, where he's
This game was
scored
up top
10
now.
goals already this season, only 22 games.
I remember it.
And Paris Saint-Germain, I believe, have a buyback option, which they can exercise at the end of this season.
Well, unlucky to the USA, man. Well, Denzel Dumfries, bro, I should put you in my fantasy team.
Is sending the Dutch to the last 8 of this World Cup, unless something really remarkable happens. And there've been many a remarkable thing over the course of the last 4 days, let alone the last 2 weeks, 48 games. But if the United States can salvage this, then my goodness. Reina. Foul by Gakpo.
You did ask me, though, Steve, right at the beginning of the game, who was going to win this, and I said, well, the Dutch have got the better players, and they've shown that, haven't they? Their quality tonight. That ball from Blind was different class.
Musa. Okay, there. Here is Seaman's cut out by Adams. Aronson, Reina. Cut out by Adams. Aronson, Reina. Aronson. Reina back into Brendan Aronson. Blocked by Nathan Acker. That's going to be swallowed up by Xavi Simons, who's fouled by DeAndre Yedlin, and it's a free kick to the Dutch. Some stage to make your international debut. But there are young kids around who are just too good not to give the opportunity. And
Well, I applaud it. I think he was a little bit lucky getting into the squad. There's a big clamour for it. Maybe this is a substitution for the press. He's fallen out with, hasn't he, at the moment?
so it would seem. I think it's the first bunch of journalists that has fallen out with over his 30-odd year managerial career. Robinson into Pulisic turning and accelerating away from Kuman. Is actually right nearly there. Van Dijk had to concede the corner.
Two bets, he just switched off there. Right, nearly gets in on that.
Pulisic with this corner kick. Tim Reed didn't get something on it. Zimmerman looking for the overhead.
It's peak, fam, for the USA.
Wasn't actually all that far away from Walker Zimmerman.
When I say it wasn't actually that far away, you were capping.
Four minutes away, the Netherlands plus whatever is added on. A couple of fairly lengthy injury stoppages in the second half. Jordan Morris is going to be on shortly for the United States. Super acceleration. Seamless is in the middle. Bergman to Dumfries to Gakpo. attempting to keep the ball away from Musa. That's a cynical challenge on Aronson, and it's going to be a yellow card for De Jong. Guilty as charged. Reina. Adams. Robinson. Reina.
Clean sheet. Damn, man. So he's going to get 40 points for Simon's captain. Nice to lose. Just like Dumfries.
Pulisic drifting inside. De Jong cuts it out, and now Xavi Simons can charge up the field. Steven Bergwijn is the only company he has in an orange jersey. Here he is.
I think this is played out beautifully for Van Gaal. The way they control the game, the tactics, substitutions as well. They'll make for a difficult opponent, the Dutch. They travel through this competition.
They will. In terms of World Cups, they've been the
At least they didn't play that.
3 times finalists and 3 times losers. This might be their year. That's deflected into Haji Wright. Wright looking for Musa. Musa for Yedlin. Musa. Ake away. Yedlin. Morris is still waiting to come on. Here's Yunus Musa. Aronson for Reina. Reina nearly fell for Haji Wright now. Adams' header is going to be retrieved by Yedlin. Pulisic. Good block. Julian Timber forward to Simons. It's a 3-man Dutch counter attack. Xavi Simons finds Steven Bergwijn. Gakpo's in the middle. Simons little back heel. Bergwijn possibly offside. Running into traffic. Simons. Bergwijn on the turn. And now the offside flag goes up.
More good invention, vision from Simons.
Well, it's game over. Game over.
About to find out from the 4th official, Andres Cabrera of Uruguay, how much added time there will be. Minimum of 6 added minutes. Floated by Tyler Adams. Yedlin dealt with by Ake.
Just,
Robinson.
He's got loads of time, isn't he? Everything comes into that flash there. Yeah, taking a bit of a hit. That back three really never really moves that far apart. Becomes a 5, of course, when they want to put the rear guard in.
Confirmation of the yellow card a couple of moments ago for Frankie de Jong. Now it's Anthony Robinson being replaced for the United States by Jordan Morris, and he comes on also for a 50th cap. Same as Tim Ream, though his appearance will be brief. The Dutch are going to try and use up some of these 6 minutes by making a couple couple of changes of their own. Now Weghorst and Matthias de Ligt. That's Yedlin. Morris will leave it for Pulisic. Trying to turn Virgil van Dijk. Pulisic getting some help from Musa. Good ball in. Okay with the header. Gakpo's won that from Zimmerman. Siemens almost tucked it back into Cody Gakpo.
Would have been interesting if Gakpo would have got that back.
Yedlin, who's gone to left back now with Morris over on the right hand side. Here's Yunus Musa. Away from Siemens now. Musa pulled back, and De Jong was in exactly the right place at the right time. And now the Dutch can make their changes. To be more precise, Reina. That was Reina again. Musa. Reina again. Musa. Van Dijk.
Came out well there. Van Dijk been criticised for that, but he came up to the ball really well that time.
Aronson. Did well. Frank Behalter's throwing arm not the best as he tried to throw that to Gio Reyna to take the throw in.
And that was his angry arm.
Reyna with the cross. Haji Wright hurled himself at it. Here's Yedlin. Musa.
Terrific. Yeah, outstanding. A couple of assists, then he gets one himself. I don't want to do the lottery. He goes home tonight. It's Patrice Hotel.
They're looking for a consolation in the United States, but Times wing chariot carries near. Blitz header. Here's Xavi Siemens, and they can break here. Weghorst is forward. Steven Bergwijn is forward. He's going to find Cup Miners, who cannot find what should have been a fairly straightforward ball into Steven Bergwijn. Edgar Davids alongside. Louis van Gaal on one side and Danny Blind the other. Three wise men indeed.
It's gonna be game over still.
A lot to build on for the World Cup in 4 years' time, when the United States will have big expectations upon them as co-hosts.
I think they've been impressive. It's an emerging nation, as we know. Participation in that country is unbelievable now. It's an emerging nation, as we know. Participation in that country is forward. And now they're a league, of course. The quality of that is improving all the time. You see that in the players here. They're now playing throughout Europe. I just think they lack experience at this level, and surely next time round most of these players will be here again. Yeah.
It's full time to the Netherlands. Win 3-1.
It's all about 4 years' time for the United States. It's now all about Friday for the Dutch, because they are the first side into the quarterfinals of the 2022 FIFA World Cup Finals.
Yeah, you hear that?
Van Gaal's long distinguished managerial career will go on at least for a
3
few more
votes.
days yet.
People thought that would be the Netherlands that progressed, and yep, they did.
And more clinical in front of goal. The USA are out. It's finished Netherlands 3, the United States 1.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Martin. Yeah,
So, yeah, man.
unbeaten in 19 matches since that goal.
Boy, it's the end of the match. Netherlands did their thing. Have to big up we have to big up the USA. Pulisic, my bro, unlucky. But at least you got an assist today. And I've had you in my fantasy team throughout this whole World Cup. You've done very well. So I appreciate that. And now you can come back to Chelsea. Hopefully, with the good performances, you can bring that back to Chelsea. Hopefully, but unlucky to you and the USA. 4 years' time, you guys will be one of the co-hosts for the World Cup. So hopefully, you can do better there. But you guys should be proud of the tournament you have. Had a very good tournament. So big up the USA, big up Christian Pulisic. And that's going to be it from me regarding this Watchalong. Join me tomorrow when we have the Watchalong for the England versus Senegal match. Edouard Mendy and Koulibaly's Senegal will take on Mason Mounts, Raheem Sterling, and Conor Gallagher's England. So, yeah, man, stay tuned for that one tomorrow. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later. I'm CFC Wrist Blue, and I'm out. Peace.
Executed a game plan to the highest standard, and almost it was at a tempo where you almost feel like they didn't even exert themselves. That's how much they control shuttle.